Hi everyone, we just wanted to make you this short film to say how much we're looking forward to having you come back to Caulfields next week. We have missed you and we wanted to put the film together just so that you could see what the school is going to be like when you come in. And I wanted to take this opportunity to give a shout out to the site team who've done an amazing job just getting everything ready, car park marked out, lines on the floor, tables and chairs separated by 2 metres so that you and all of us can be safe as you return to school. We look forward to seeing you.
When you arrive at school, you will either come in through the side entrance here towards the rear car park, or you'll come in at the entrance at the back of the rear car park. When you've arrived in the car park, if you head to one of the hand sanitising stations and sanitise your hands before heading over into the main part of the car park, where there are a series of yellow crosses, all spaced at 2 metres, and you will line up in front of your teacher.
Hi Year 10 and Year 12. So when you arrive in the car park, your teacher, just like me, will be stood on a dot, and then they will be asking you to stand on the next available dot so that you are maintaining social distancing and we're doing absolutely everything we can to keep each other safe. Once your class is here and ready to go into the building, your teacher and possibly another member of staff will help escort you in a socially distanced manner to the classroom where you will be based for your face-to-face session. This will mean that you have to pay particular attention to keeping that 2 metre distance, which you have been used to seeing from these dots, between you and the person in front of you as you move around the school and then into the school building. Once your class has arrived, you will be brought into the school building, where it's important that you continue walking in a socially distanced line.
When you move about school, please make sure you remain 2 metres apart at all times. There are red and white lines along the floor in the places you need to move when you are inside the building.
All of the areas in school that you will be accessing have 2 metre markers on the floor, so it will be really easy for you to understand the distance that you are expected to keep from others at all times as much as possible. Don't be offended if members of staff remind you to adjust the distance. We know this is a tricky new habit to develop, but we are all here to support each other with it. Every time you enter or exit a classroom, you will be encouraged to use hand sanitizer on your hand. There will be hand sanitizer available for you, but you're also welcome to bring your own in with you.
Welcome Year 10 and Year 12. We just wanted to take you around what a typical classroom is going to look like for your return to school on the 22nd of June. You can see that the desks are socially distanced at 2 metres apart, and it's really important that when you come into the room, you sit at your desk and that desk is yours. You don't change desks and you don't actually leave your seat without permission. We're really working hard to keep everyone safe, and it's very important that we all stick to that. For the same reasons, there's been no borrowing of equipment. So please do bring in everything you need into the classroom, because you won't be able to swap things with other students or teachers. And likewise, bring your own water, bring your own snacks. There's going to be no catering on site at all. It's going to be a slightly different way of working, because obviously your teacher's going to need to keep socially distanced from you as well. So please don't be offended if the teacher can't come over and take your book or mark your work sitting next to you. We will, hopefully by Monday, every student who's returning to school will be provided with a whiteboard, which is quite a nice way for the teacher to be able to see your work at a distance. So it is important you remember to bring a whiteboard pen into school when you return. Mobile phones, obviously you can't access your lockers, so you can bring mobile phones into the classroom, but they must be switched off, they must be in a bag, and that bag must be placed under the desk. There should be no mobile phones on the desk, and of course the normal sanctions will apply for any misuse of equipment such as mobile phones. Okay.
This is how the hall is being set up for you if you are in here for any larger group sessions. Each of the desks is 2 metres apart, both at the front and at the sides. Your teacher will have collected you from the back car park, and you'll be either directed in through the front entrance or at the back of the hall. Your teacher will teach you from the front, and it's important that you remain in the seat that you are allocated with your belongings for the entire session.
Hi, Year 10 and 12. So if you need to go to the toilet, which inevitably you will during the day, you will be expected to line up on the socially distanced markers outside of the toilet, as demonstrated here. And then as you come into the toilet, if they are currently being used, you are to wait until the persons leaving the toilet leave, ideally by the other exit. You'll be expected to stand behind this red and white line, and then when you come into the toilet you will see that alternate doors have been marked off, so you're actually only allowed to use the ones that currently still have access. The other doors will be locked, so you won't be able to go in them. The reason for this is that you can still maintain social distancing whilst you're in this kind of enclosed area. The other thing I just want to point out is that, again, I know you're probably already aware, but we have lots of posters and signs around the school reminding you that you need to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds, making sure that you do that thoroughly. And then also, if you are needing to cough or sneeze, that you catch it, you bin it, and you kill it. The kill it, again, is washing your hands after you've blown your nose or if you've had to cough. But ideally, if you're coughing, it should be in the crook of your arm anyway. And then when you come around to the sinks, you will see that the sinks have been marked off as well, so that actually within this particular toilet facility you're only able to use this basin, and then over the other side you're only allowed to use one basin as well. And this means that, again, we can ensure that you are maintaining 2 metres distance from other students at all times. 10 and 12. Just to let you know that if you are developing or you have developed any of the COVID-19 symptoms, which currently are a new and persistent cough, a raised temperature, or a change or loss in your sense of smell or taste, then you should not come to school because you will need to self-isolate for 7 days. If anyone in your household has developed any of those 3 symptoms, then as a household you will need to isolate with them for 14 days, so therefore you will not be allowed to come into school. If whilst you're in school you start to feel a bit poorly, and again you start to develop a raised temperature, or you start coughing, or you feel that you've had a loss or change to your sense of smell or taste, then what you should do is notify the teacher whose session you are in immediately, and they will then on call a first aider. In the meantime, you will be asked to wait outside of the classroom so that you're not in the vicinity of any of the other students or staff, and the first aider will come to collect you because they will need to wear PPE. They will place you in a ventilated classroom and your parents will be contacted immediately to come and fetch you. The other thing I just wanted to let you know about was if whilst you're in school you feel that you need to speak to one of the student support managers or Mrs. Houston in the sixth form, then that will be by appointment only, because what we want to avoid is more than one student in one of the pastoral offices at any one time. So therefore you have 2 options. You can either ask your teacher to notify one of the student support managers that you would like to see them and they will come and fetch you. Alternatively, you can email them directly and they will come and fetch you from your respective lesson. The other thing just worth mentioning from me is that it may not be the specific student support manager for your house that will be able to provide you with that pastoral support, because they're all going to be tied up doing different things over the course of the next 4 weeks, and they may not all necessarily be in school on the same day. Thank you.
Thank you all for taking the time to watch our video. We are really excited to see those of you who can come in back in school over the next 4 weeks. Don't forget to follow your personalised timetable, and if you have any questions at all, please do get in touch. See you soon.